People need to team up more because if, let's say I just graduated from university, I'm making 50K, 60K, even if you're lucky to make 70K, that's wonderful. But that still doesn't give you a lot of room to buy the right properties, or at least the property that you desire.
Yeah.
So in these moments, you need to focus more on investing. So if I need to team up with my brother, my friend, even my parents, and say, okay, mom and dad, why don't you pull some money from your property because you've done extremely well in the last 10 years, 50K, I'll bring in 50K, 30K, even 20K, let's invest in this property.
Yeah.
In a few years it's done well, it's done over 100K, now I have what? If it went in half, I have 50K that I never had before. Now I can use that money in order to buy something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Or even if I buy a property pre-construction, but I put down, 50% of the deposit, my friend, my partner put up 50% deposit,
Yeah.
I will wait for another 4 years until it's done.
Rent it out over the time.
Over the time, or even assign it over the time, and I have more money in order to buy something I can afford. You know what I mean? Or even, let's close that property, I refinance it, and then I'll pay you out, and then I get to keep that property. At least that's available.
Yeah.
But if I sit there and I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna save.
Yeah. Oh, not yet. I don't have the saving yet. I guess your benchmark keeps moving.
They just keep getting higher.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of clients now, are now coming in like, I wish I had bought, I wish I had this. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about it, but you gotta take the step.
Yeah.
And markets go up and down. Markets have hiccups. There are moments.
They're very cyclical.
It is what it is, right? But you can't wait for a crash in order to get in the market.
I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for. They're waiting for that 20%, 30%, 40% drop in prices.
But they won't do it.
But who's to say that's ever going to happen?
Yeah, but even if it does happen, people won't buy. You know why?
They're going to be too afraid to buy.
It's a psychological battle.
Yeah.
So what happens is when a market is expensive, they're like, I'm waiting for it to crash in order to buy. When it crashes, they're too nervous to buy. And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you're an investor at heart where you know the opportunities. Like for example, my brother went to Detroit just to find out what's going on in that market. And that was a dead market a few years ago. But he had the foresight. He said, okay, it's a down market, let me go take a look. But most people would be like,
well, I'm buying
Detroit for it. Right? But he went there just not to buy, but just to understand what's happening there. Right? So the issue with people right now, or in general, is that when a market is expensive, they're like, it's too much. When the market is down, it's too low. So when are you going to own that?
Yeah.
So
no matter what, they're always stuck on the sidelines, just watching everybody
make money, or even possibly lose money. But through these steps, you learn. I've lost money before. It's just part of the game, And through that, I've learned, this is what you don't do, this is what you avoid. I've been charged, high interest rates before because maybe I wasn't planning ahead of my closing. I had to take extensions and got lawyer fees reviewed. All these things do happen. However, sitting on a sideline has never made me money. And if I'm ever pausing, I'm researching. I took time this year to research different markets, what's happening here, build a team, do different type of branding, all these things, right? So you're not pausing to sit, but you're pausing to learn, to understand, to research. But I think a lot of people, those who are actually upset that the market is where they are now, are people who sat on the sidelines for a very long time. Yeah. Almost 10 years now.
Well, I don't know who made the saying, but it's a really good saying. You miss 100% of the chances you don't take.
You don't take, yeah. It's very, 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 very true. But even if you're not taking a chance, then at least be on the court, dribble the ball, know the location of the court, see where the height of the damn net is, take a practice shot, call an agent and just ask a bunch of questions. We used to do that.
Yeah. I
used to call agents, ask them literally like 30 questions, and I used to say, okay, I'm going to discuss with my dad and get back to you. And then I call Isaac.
Yeah.
Like, hey, so this is what I heard. That's what he said, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, really? All right, let's go. And then we'll go. And then research, confirm the information. The information is correct, perfect, let's buy. And that's what we used to do. Like, in our early 20s, we were doing that. So we never stayed on the sidelines. Yes, there were pauses. There were moments where it was more research, or, like Aaron, he took a few a few months off just to research my development. Now he's in development. So people may see as he's not selling. No, he's planning for a bigger move.
Yeah.
Right. So I think those who are not happy about real estate today, those people who are in the sidelines. If you bought years ago, trust me, you're smiling.
You're very happy.
Yeah, you're very happy.
I know, I'm smiling.
You're smiling. Right? So I think that's the issue with those people. They need to just start walking.
Yeah.
You know, build a team. Have those 3 people in mind: your broker, your agent, and your lawyer. Have those 3 people. You know, find them, trust them, learn them, be it with them, and then start walking. Go to offices, see what the prices are, see comparables, go to open houses, get addicted to MLS like I am, and I'll ask a lot of questions, and then trust me, you won't find what you're looking for. You will. There's deals in the market, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So speaking on what's next,
So
what's next for Jude Botchway? Because I know that, like I mentioned, Jude's an investor, Jude's a developer as well, and you've been looking to different markets and looking to market yourself to different markets. What do you have coming up down the pipeline?
I took off, but I've taken some time this year, early months of this year, mainly just to focus on other markets. I spent a lot of the last few months traveling actually. And what I did find was that the system of real estate is the same everywhere.
Yeah.
It's actually duplicated in different parts of the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's very simple. It's very easy to understand once you understand just the industry of real estate. So meaning, for example, you know, when I was in Kenya, we rented an Airbnb and we paid, I think, $160 a night. And it was a property, I think the owner probably paid about $250K for it. If you look at that, that's a great investment. That's a great return for them, right? So, and we're paying, I think, we're paying Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
That's not in their currency. We're paying Canadian dollars, right? When I was in Zimbabwe, I met a guy there who was telling me that a lot of tourists are coming around Victoria Falls, which is like a tourist area.
Yeah.
So people are buying houses there, turn them into like small little hotels or small little inns.
Oh, nice.
And they were renting them out as well.
Airbnb as well.
Airbnb as well. You know, for example, in Ghana, you know, we picked up a huge piece of land. Where I'm going to do is I'm going to sever the land.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sell the land to other people. So that way I can develop some of it and turn it into a massive community as well. So I'm finding that Toronto is where my foundation is. It's where I started and where, you know, I'm building a team to handle a lot of things here. And we do have a bigger team at Dreammaker as well. But real estate is in the world. Yeah. Yeah, it's not just in Toronto. It's not just in Mississauga. It's the world. And all you have to do is get on a plane.
The principles are the same.
It's the same. It's really very simple. You know, a few things may change here. Interest rates may be higher here. Land prices may adjust here. But the principles are the same. So at the moment, my next move is actually development in Ghana. So it's something I wanted to do for quite some time. I've planned it out. I've built the right team. So I'm actually leaving in a week and a half just to start this process.
Nice.
Register companies and get it ready.
When can people start looking forward to just some of the marketing material coming out?
Probably end of summer. Okay. So right now, architect is almost done with it. So it will be 8 townhouses for sale. Yeah. And 46 unit hotel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the hotel I'm keeping.
That's not for sale.
That's not for sale.
Okay.
You know, I will most likely raise capital.
Yeah.
In order to get that moving a lot faster, or I will do it on myself if I have to. But the townhouses, I'll most likely sell those in order to just to have my first experience as to what that market looks like. I've spoken to quite a few builders. I understand the system over there. It's not that complicated at all. But those townhouses I will sell, but the hotel side I'll keep. So that will be my first project. And then my second project will not be too far away as well. That also will be another hotel I'll be building. And then my third project will be more a massive project where it'll be more severing the land, selling the land, doing custom homes, as well as doing estates. So that's the next dream.
Any ideas of pricing for the first phase? Or?
I'm not sure yet, actually. We got the surveyor right now who will be giving me the numbers. So you know how it is.
Yeah.
You get their numbers and then you add 30% because life happens.
Yeah.
And then you add your profit margins, you compare it to your competitors, and then you decide what's more reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know yet. I have an idea, but I don't want to say anything until everything's confirmed. But that should be the next project. And there's a lot of other things as well. Like the opportunities aren't endless right now.
Yeah.
And I think we were discussing it earlier, and we discussed it amongst our colleagues at Dreammaker. The opportunities right now are endless. Private equity is there. Tech industry in Africa is getting bigger.
Tech is getting huge in Africa.
It's getting huge in Africa. Land is getting more value over time. Tourism is increasing in Africa. You know, even small things like the music industry. Everything has a ripple effect, right? If the music industry is improving, that means that tourism is improving as well because people here go there for these things. While they're there, they want to be entertained, right? That means tech is improving because there has to be some sort of tech to sell tickets. You know, that means real estate is improving because there has to be a place for them to host these events.
Yeah.
Who is working all these stages?
It's all these services around what's happening.
Yeah, who's selling them food while they're there?
We're not paying enough attention to Africa, are we?
Bro.
Okay.
No, man. I've been saying this. My dad said this 10 years ago when I first went there, and he said, you know what? Your wealth won't come from here. It won't come from abroad. And he was right. He said your foundation will be abroad, but your wealth will not be from abroad. And I think now I see it. Yeah, because it's very visible now. And I think those of us, like me and you, are in a position to benefit from both sides, meaning that we can leverage our assets here and take a risk there. We can travel between, we can invest there and still have clients in both worlds. It's the perfect scenario. It really is. So for me, that's my next move, as well as building a team here who will still service my clients. I'm still going to be able to provide advice. I'm still going to be able to fly in and out. You know, I want to be able to pick up and just go meet a client in England. Just make sure that they have the right product. You know what I mean? Like that's
very personal service. Nice.
That's the only way to work. That's the only way we work at Dreammaker. Very personal. Making sure that we're not selling people products. We're giving them something that suits their goals and their lifestyles. And within the next 10 years, what I do see is a lot of people migrating, you know, between here, UK, US, back home. I see a lot of international students from back home coming here. I see a lot of money flowing between all sides of the world. I see people building their retirement home, knocking them down what they did in the 80s. It's not in style no more. So who's going to be the guy to do that? What company are they going to trust? I want to be the person for that. I see people who want to invest their money. They're in Ghana, they've made good money, now they want to diversify their money.
Spread it all around the world. It's like the world's getting smaller.
It's getting a lot
Everyone's getting a little closer and more connected.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So that's where I want to be next. And I want to have the footprint for it within the next 10 years so I can provide the service that people need, provide the guidance people need, and be their one-stop shop for all parts of their financial, wealth development. Not just for them. It's, a lot of older clients are not buying stuff for their kids and things like that. So you're not just servicing them, you're also planting seeds for their children and their children's children. Right? So I want to be the person who provides that service for them.
Okay, nice. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call me, call my office. They can find me on social media. I'm not doing a lot of marketing lately because I've been doing a lot of stuff, but social media, they can find me.
I think your Instagram handle is
It's my name. Everything's my name. Right, so you can Google me, names will come up. But that's the best way to get in touch with me and my team. And if they have any questions, you know me, I love questions.
Okay.
So I'm more than happy to help out.
Perfect. Jude, thank you so much.
We
appreciate it.
Man. Anytime.
Listen, thank you for joining us on Hot Topics. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. It's always a discussion. If you like more formats like this, let us know. I love these discussions, it's just so much more insightful than me sitting in front of the camera by myself. Offers a lot more value. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. We're going to see you next week. Peace.